On this week's Seder, Parshas Ve'etchanon, we see that Moshe Rabbeinu davened 515 tefillahs in order to come to Eretz Yisrael. That's what's written in the Medrash, Soif, Parshas, V'zois HaBrocho, Medrash Rabbo, and also Medrash Tanchuma in the beginning of Parshas Ve'etchanon. Why did Moshe Rabbeinu daven 515 tefillahs? A soul brought down in Tumas Hadeshim brings down that Malachei Ashoris, when they or Meshabeach Es HaKadosh Baruch Hu, is written like this: the Malachei Ashoris, when they are Meshabeach HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Omer Rabbi Lozo, Omer Rabbi Yosi Bachanini, B'shum Rabbi Lezer B'Yakov, HaMispalel, when a person davens, he has to be bechaven his feet, Shenema V'Ragleim Regel Yeshoro. And the Yushalmi brings down, some say he has to have straight feet like Malochim, and some say like the Kohanim. And it sits in its form. That's the reason why Moshe Rabbeinu davened 515 tefillahs in order to come to Eretz Yisrael. Why? So Moshe Rabbeinu learned from the Malochim, which davened 515 tefillahs, Keminyan Ve'etchanon. And if someone's feet are straight, then the Satan cannot be mekatik on the person, because the person does Rotzoin HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We see in the Zohar Kadosh, there's three kinds of tefillahs. There's tefillah leMoshe, tefillah leDavid, and tefillah leOni. Which tefillah is the best tefillah? Tefillah leOni Kiyatov. Sitting in the Pasuk, we say it every day. Korov Hashem lechol koirov, lechol asher yikru'u be'emes. It says in Torah Magdoshim, even if a person is Dishkin, he's a person which is a popular person, even a person which is Dishkin Tzadik, a person knows, each Yudi knows about himself, like we say, Odom Yudei Nefesh Behemtoi, each Yudi knows about who he is, about himself, and he knows he stands in front of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and he asks, Abba B'Shamayim, please help me answer my tefillahs. When we daven in front of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we don't need any lawyer, we don't need any reshus, we don't have to tell HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I'm coming tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock in the morning to knock on your door. Any person opens up his mouth, davens, thinks to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Abba B'Shamayim, please help me answer my tefillahs, help my daughter, help my son, help this person to be matzliach. Whatever a person does a bakosha, any bakosha a person does, a person is always answered in the tefillahs. When we see in this week's Seder that Moshe Rabbeinu davened 515 tefillahs in order to come to Eretz Yisrael, the simcha and the gdoil of each human being is, thus it is written in Kuzori, when a person is mishtoikik, a person has a te'ovoin, a person has got he's thirsty. A person is thirsty, he has to drink water. A person has got a dry mouth, he has to drink water. A person talks a lot, he has to drink water in order to wet his mouth. A human being always wants to be korov lemelech marchei amlochim. Reb Shimon bar Yochai Sholu, it's in the Zerkadosh, and Mechilta brings down, why did the Kosh Baruch Hu bring us mon every day? Why did it bring us mon once a year? It's oichel ruchani. It's very holy food. They will never get moldy. Reb Shimon bar Yochai says, in order to come to the Melech every day. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is waiting for us. HaKadosh Baruch Hu waits for each Yid to knock on his door and say, Abba B'Shamayim, my dear Father, please answer me. And that's Lav Davka Shmona Esrei, any Divrei Shvach, which a person says in front of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu loves the person. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is waiting just to hear, like we, a human being is happy that a person is Meshabeachim. If he's Meshabeachim in a rabbi, he has more and more simchas, alachas kaba v'kaba. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is waiting for us to say, Kadosh Baruch Hu, you're so good to me. You do so much for me. I'm asking you, please help me in this and this. That's why our Shmona Esrei always starts Divrei Shvach in the beginning. Then we ask Bakoshes in the middle. Then in the end we do Hoidor, that is Moedim Cholachaim, Simsholoim. Also a person says his Shmoy Shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and he asks HaKadosh Baruch Hu, please help me. Lav Davke in the Shmona Esrei, Lav Davke in davening, in the person davens Yishur. Each divrei shvach v'halel that a person stands in front of a Kodesh Baruch Hu, or sits, or whatever way he does it, and he asks, he opens his mouth, and he's standing in front of a Kodesh Baruch Hu, v'tachanulim yedaberosh. He doesn't scream to Hashem, he talks quietly, he closes his eyes, and he says, Abba Bashamayim, my dear Father, the Heilige God, please help me. Please come towards me. Yibon Shalom helps Yedi Yid, each Yehudi. That's what the discipling is down. Some tefillahs are answered straight away. Some tefillahs are answered after 5 days, after 50 days, after 1 year, after 50 years. No one knows nothing when his tefillah is answered. A person has to be mavakish. Since we are now after Tisha B'Av, a person can think to himself, I already sat on the floor. I already thought about Havelas. I already said Tikkun Chasois, and I could bring the Geula. Some potter, I'm going now vacation, I'm going on holidays now. We have to always think HaKadosh Baruch Hu has got big tzar that he's not in his house. That's what Gemara brings down. The beginning of Ochos Lav Gimel, Kadosh Baruch Hu sees the grass growing in the Beis Hamikdash. What kind of tzar HaKadosh Baruch Hu has? Kidu, we took HaKadosh Baruch Hu and we threw him out of the house. If we know that Kadosh Baruch Hu is waiting for our tefillahs, he's waiting each Yehudi, every single Yid has got a koyach to daven. Love daven. You don't have to be Talmud Chochem to daven. You don't have to be a rabbi. You don't have to be admor. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry says to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Abba B'Shamayim, Ovidu B'Shamayim, Ovidu Malkedu, please help me. Please help me. Please come towards me. A person asks, at least a person should open his mouth and ask, Tefillah LeMoshe, Tefillah LeDavid. Zohar Kadosh says, Tefillah LeOni is the biggest tefillah, much more than any other tefillah, much more than tefillahs of even Moshe Rabbeinu. Why? Because the tefillah is with Kedusha, with Tara, without any interest, without any vitamin P. P is like politic, or P, a person says protectia. Yeah, I'm the son of the Melech, I'm the son of the Talmud Chochem. Oni comes without any nothing. He stands in front of the Melech and he tells him, I've got no money, I've got nothing, just help me, please, I'm your son, I'm your daughter, help me, I'm a Yid. Then HaKadosh Baruch Hu, of course, helps every human being. Mi goy godol asher lo elekim kroivim elov. Each Yid has got a capability of davening and asking for HaKadosh Baruch Hu to help him. Of course, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will help every Yid, and will all be zocher to Siyata D'Shmaya, Chaim Toivim Baruchim, to be joined, Tomit, Lemelech Malchei Amlochim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.